Yeah, no, it's interesting. I was watching this thing last night. I was Entertainment Tonight. And Tristan Thompson with no penis control says, "I want to get my plumbing snipped, so he doesn't have any outside children." It's like, yeah, but you can still get a dick disease. It's not gonna do a damn bit of good, you know. So I remember when I was with Amy and we were in Cochise County, I was thinking, oh, I could get a vasectomy. It's like, well, she'd just tell me it didn't take. Our thing was we would not be having sex and she would end up pregnant. And then Natalie would tell me, if you think you got her pregnant, you are Jesus Christ. And I'd just like laugh and go, yeah. Obi-Wan has taught you well, young Padawan. Amy used to get mad at her and I was like, she's hilarious. Yeah, Natalie. Oh god, yeah, Mrs. Kravitz. Yeah, she's a lot like her Aunt Linda. Yeah. Um, the one born closer to Aunt Linda's birthday, Emily was not. No, Emily would not. No, she'd go do something else. She wouldn't. Mrs. Kravitz. Mrs. Kravitz was the one born on the 6th. I think it's 6th of January is Natalie's birthday. But yeah, she was Mrs. Kravitz. I say, okay, Mrs. Kravitz, it's funny. And I would tell her, stop telling me why. Don't go investigate. Just leave it alone. If you investigate your mom, you can't stand her. Okay. But if you don't investigate her, she's more than tolerable. She's really fun. Okay. But she's always up. Yeah, she's always doing something she not. It makes her feel good and powerful, like that Escape song. You know, whenever she's in the room and she doesn't know that I'm fucking you, it makes me feel, you know, and you're like, that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. What? You know, when I'm fucking you and when we're in the room together and she doesn't know it, it makes me feel, you know, what do you work for, NASA, the NSA, or DARPA, or FBI, or is this Thomas Crown affair? Brain chemical addictions from bad behaviors. Okay. People, you know, I'm getting away with it. So it's like, you're not getting away with it. No, it affects the children. There's no integrity. There's no obeying the understanding of natural laws to maintain us through, you know, it's just, there's red on yellow kill fellow. I played with red on yellow 15 times yesterday and didn't get killed. Yeah, but it can kill you. Okay. But it's like, yeah, but I know you got bit and you got numb on your fingers because you're burning. I get all that crazy shit you crazy fuckers do, right? But the thing about it is this is, you know, you need to teach common sense. I'm not ready to run around and kill all the coral snakes, extinguish, just exterminate all the coral snakes. I'm just saying, like the Dene say about the rattlesnake, you know, show it respect, understand what it's capable of doing, understand that it exists to do what it does. Don't be a part of what it does. Respect it, understand it. Don't go around killing them all. I know I got all the baby, the one big spider, bigger than a wolf spider, was coming in with its babies on it when I was coming in the door, and I stepped on it and didn't want it in the house in here. And I had to do the same thing with the black, the long legs. They all got down there together where they take out the black widows, and they had birth to the thing. And I had to step on it too. Well, because they can deal with the black widows without overwhelming me with baby spiders that bite me all the time. You know, there's only so much a man can take because I live in a box from a bunch of morons instead of a house built by people that I've commanded at Army Intel, you know, Army Corps of Army Engineers to have me built. Since they're not obeying my commands and they're not defending people truthfully, you know, we're having problems. You know, there's problems with this love affair due to circumstances that I am with another. You know, she doesn't. My mind keeps drifting back to you, girl. Um, uh, if you think you should be with someone else and you're with someone, okay, don't be with that someone. Go be with that someone else. And if that doesn't work, then be single till the right one comes along, right? But don't sit there and try to. Okay, well maybe you know that didn't work, and it's not going to work. It's not right for you. Okay. What's right for you? To live a truthful life and then have faithful love, living a truthful life. And until you do that, you're going to be fucked. Ain't nothing I can do about that, right? You know you're fucked. You know the Constitution isn't divinely inspired, just like the Bible is an as an interpretation of the eternal life of the living Word. When you write it down, I'm gravity, he's gravity, he said he's gravity. That's not what he said. And then people debate it. And then they fight over what they think is crystallized and real. No, it's real. It was written down and inspired by... Seriously, the people that crucified Jesus wrote down the story of his life, used laws they invented by people accepting them, and it's inspired by God. It's manifest fucking destiny to invent Nat Turner, right? Okay, fuck, seriously? Wow. Harriet Tubman has a boot to the ass for all of you, right? Motherfuckers will believe anything. Anyway, we wrote it down, and a bunch of assholes who say they're important with pieces of paper they hand out to each other said it's for real. Wow. It's for real. They're the originals. I can see the little tears in your eyes about to fall. You are wondering if I'm for real. Baby, baby. They say that. Then they get you pregnant, and then you're living in your dad's pool house. The guy's disrespectful to your dad, who is the meanest man in the history of the NFL. He was not. He was tough. Joe Green, who wasn't the meanest man in the history of the NFL. No. He was just a different person when he played football than when he wasn't playing football, and you didn't want to piss him off like Emily or he'll snatch a ball, right? And don't hold him all damn game, because the fourth quarter he's going to punch you in the gut. He's been holding him all damn game. He's fucking holding him, she would say. They're cheating the hell out of us. Goddamn Denver Broncos. So funny. Oh. No, she was both ways. When we went to the ASU game, okay, against Utah, okay, she was watching Ross Purity from Carl Hayden High School. And they were holding them all fucking game. Goddamn fucking Pac-10 referees. Yeah. She was cussing and fussing. This is bullshit. They're cheating Utah. Mom, I thought we didn't like Utah. I thought we hated U of A. I'm like, what? But when she could sit and watch it, Mom, she knew boxing, she knew football, she knew basketball, she knew it all upside down and backwards. Okay. She knew when the refs were working the game. Oh yeah. She was raised by Philip Sheridan Murphy there. Okay. He's a sergeant major in the Army that could cut through the crap. Everything they do is a form of indoctrination there, girl. They're trying to get you to buy the bullshit, to accept the bullshit and be part of the bullshit. Don't be part of the goddamn bullshit. Don't be part of the damn guy in the sky watching us with his magnifying glass, pulling off our fucking wings and watching us suffer all life because we can't fly. That was my grandpa Philip. And that was who my mother was raised by. I don't want to hear about your goddamn Jesus. Pow! One too many pows. And that dumbass who believes everything he's told at medical school at Lowe's. No, it's not blunt force trauma that causes most brain damage and brain injuries. It has nothing to do with blunt force trauma. Blunt force trauma doesn't have to be a hand to the back of the head, to back of the hand to the head. Because he's sick of hearing about your fucking Jesus. It can also be, you owe me money to live here. If you don't give me money to live here, you're going to be exposed to the elements. You're going to be sexually assaulted. If you don't give me money to live here, this is going to happen to you. Okay. That also causes brain injuries. Okay. The brain is a very precious thing. It's a very delicate thing. It's a gift for the soul to honor the laws of eternity through the glory of infinite, omnipotent God. It's a very precious gift. If you know what life is worth, you'd look for years on earth, and now you see the light. Okay, it is very hard to fix artificial general intelligence and get quantum computing to be like me, to protect people from being walked off a cliff by Caesar, because in the next life, they will live in the clouds, being the servant to God. It's like, damn. And then when they lose it, they go, okay, I'm going to go kill God. You don't have to kill God. You just have to kill the liar in your head and not listen to the liar that keeps talking for his head. And burning down the house. If you burn down the house, it's not going to do any good, Doomsday. Son of a biscuit eater. Why don't we take a warthog and a human being and turn it into Dr. Moreau, right? What are we doing here? Propaganda, propaganda, propaganda. Hi, I'm Joseph Goebbels. Hi, I'm one of Joseph Goebbels' propaganda puppets. Hey, how's it feel? Oh, like Raise a Red Lantern. No, it feels more like Red Azalea. What's the difference? Not really much at all. Star Wars, Star Trek, it's the same thing, isn't it? Right, DC Comics, Marvel Comics. Hey, they're just rival over your attention to propaganda. Oh, how Yosemite Sam of your Porky Pig, home where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard, just a discouraging word, and the clouds are not cloudy all day. Fuck, I'm tired. It is hard trying to save people that are innocent until proven guilty from reading books about how to deal with people that are indoctrinated and then institutionalized and then accept incarceration and pass it on to their children. And I don't understand what Pascal's saying. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. What does that mean? That there's no other possible interactive and there's no other possible source and or containment as you would perceive containment. It's just you just can't keep the containment in a box and sell it at a church store. Oh, how bookstore of you. Look, so, hey, come on, tea cake. We got work to do. He's not listening. Damn you, Will Smith. Don't you Gemini your man, right? So, I got work to do, and I'm the gracious good shepherd, and I'm the one person on planet Earth in our hemisphere who's most like our father Adam, just like Jesus during the Roman Empire. Okay. I do not look anything physically like Father Adam. Father Adam was a large black man. I am not a large black man. Okay. They tried to hunt me down and kill me. My family, other women in my family had to migrate north and have sex with men that don't resemble Father Adam. Does that make sense? So in spirit, we're alike, but in physicality, we are not. Okay. It could only make sense because the asshole who wants to put his face on the Sphinx is God. And the guy who doesn't want you to put his face on a statue looking over Rio de Janeiro while children are raped over money in the streets is not. Because I didn't put that up there. You put that up there. I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hit you. Like hell I'm not. Is that Angie Dickinson? I got a crush on her too. No. Yeah, she was so cute. Oh, she was adorable, wasn't she? You look at all those old, oh my gosh, she is so pretty. See why we were all crushing on Faye Dunaway and Angie Dickinson back in the day? We'll go watch Rio Lobo and say, oh, she's pretty. She's pretty. John Wayne crushing on her. Right. John Wayne's dead. Has Angie Dickinson passed away too? Who's Angie Dickinson? That was funny. Oh, Big Bang Theory. It was funny. You can't help but laugh, but it's like watching the Manning Brothers commercials, right? It's like, what? Hey, walk off the cliff. It's Caesar said so time. Come on, take one for the team. And they'll do it. And you're like, no, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. What? No, we don't do that until after the coach says to do it. I got a cloning promise. I'll be hotter and younger and throw the ball better in my clone. Okay, Schwarzenegger. Shit, we suck again. So, what are you thinking? I'm thinking, I don't want to do the splits. It hurts. How about you? Do a split. No, it hurts. Even when they were doing it over and over again, they didn't want to do it over and over again. You just don't, why they keep asking for money? Like, what's her name again? What's her name again? Guys, I haven't watched that movie in like 300 years. I'm joking. The Tyler Perry post, who's listening to Brad. I can't remember. Marissa Ventura or something like that. It's something like that. Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. But he thought her name was Caroline, and she was the blonde that was up in the thing with the girl from the secretary from Elf. Yeah, you remember that movie? Okay, ain't them dogs real voices? Because that's the secretary from Elf, and she's lots nicer in Elf than she is in this movie. Right. Okay. Doesn't she? Isn't she get older and then gets killed in Boy Next Door? I don't. Is that the same lady? I'm not sure. And I'm not Luke Owen and or and I'm not Luke Owen. No, I'm not Luke Evans. I'm not Owen Wilson and or Luke Wilson. Are they brothers? They're really real brothers in real life, right? One's blonde and one has brown hair. Wow. Is mom, dad blonde, or which one's blonde, which one's brown haired? Neither, either, or. Was it grandma or what? Who knows? I don't know. Because Penny's blonde, but Katie Seagal and I'm Easy or Not, So Earl, it's just casting. I know. I get that. Take my hand and pull me down. I won't put up any fight because I'm easy. Shit. So I am fixing the artificial general intelligence and the quantum computing globally. And it works through me. Well, because I'm the spirit of Father Adam, even though I don't look like Father Adam, physicality, why? He told me that, beloved, you look different because of their sin, not because of your love. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Dad, I love you. Mom, I love you, you're so pretty. She's so pretty. Oh my gosh, Eve is so beautiful. She's so pretty. You ever seen Eve in prayer? There are certain things, that's why I was so goo-goo about law, I had those pictures when I drew that picture, on my wall in my dorm room when you walked in. Boom, there's Eve right there on the door. Yeah, wow, she's so pretty. Yeah, because when I drew the picture of Eve, when I saw the one in my dreams, Law, when we were dating, like Aunt Sarah, when she got older, never had an afro. She always got her hair did, right? She'd go for hours and get her hair did. I don't want to go for hours and listen to those women talking. No, you have a good time. I don't want to spend 4 hours in a beauty shop full of black women who's when they used to start stuff and I would go in there and defend because they were wrong and I was right. Chief would sit there and go, yeah, what are you doing, boy? They'll be on you like a pack of dogs on a three-legged cat. No, you don't want to go up in there. It's like you're the Mexican guys at Oregon, New Mexico, There's 5 of them and there's one of you. Okay. Doesn't matter how right you are, you're always going to be wrong. It's so funny. And I'd be like, but Chief, he's like, no. It's like, but they're going to teach it to the boys, and the boys will be thinking this shit. And he said, no, we got to be like Melvin's boy Delvin, and we don't eat trees. You know what I mean? We protesting. Okay, so funny. No, oh gosh, talking about the good old days, And I was like, but they're just doing that to be chocolate and evil. Yeah. I was like, but Chief, when do they stop getting back at you? Till the day you die, man. Till the day you die. Not say they so, Chief. It's true. It's like something so. I think it's because we're not living the Lord's Prayer. I think that's why it is. Because the person that told him this was his mom. Yeah. These cackling bitches be like this, and she wouldn't hang out with him. My mom was like that too. Okay. My mom did not hang out and gossip with the bitchy ladies. She couldn't stand them. She'd rather hang out with the guys and talk about boxing and football. And that's why they love Marianne so much. Why do you think Micah and Elijah liked her so much? Why do you think the guys from Blue Magic like my mother so much? She's like one of the guys. Okay. Oh, she's so cool, right? They love Marianne. Okay. She was the coolest. And if anybody started, that nigger that, oh, what? Mom would say something. And then it would go like, doopa-doopa-doo, boopa-doopa-doo, boopa-doopa-doo. The people that were going to get up and say something would say something. Because Marianne said it, right? That woman, that's the red-headed lady with the blue eyes. She's from Jefferson High School in San Antonio. That started out the bigoted white school when she went there in the 50s and is now the brown school, right? Yeah, so it was cool. Yeah. Doopa-doopa-doo, doopa-doopa-doo, boopa-doopa-doo. Always look at a high school and where it's built and then go in 20 to 30 years, that's going to be where you go to school, mijo. That's where you're going to go to high school. Once the white people move to the suburbs, that's how it's been for years. I don't know if it's that way anymore. You can't tell. There's no rhyme or reason anymore. Now it's just, it's like, there's where the ugly kids with no hope go, and there's where the hot kids that are going to be successful go. It's kind of like that. They kind of like dividing those kind of groups. This is where all the people that have kids that are homeless and then one pops out of the crowd and it's like, hey, he could play football in the Big Ten. Yes, he could. He could play basketball. She could, you know, she could dance half naked for a professional football team. Yes, she could. She could dance half naked for me, and I would know. And then it'd be, no, you're getting whole naked, and we are putting body parts in and out of body parts, because I want to have children with you. But I got to understand, if you accept the Lord's Prayer and don't gossip with the other bitches. If you don't gossip with the other bitches and want to live the Lord's Prayer, I want to put body parts in and out of you, even though my testicle was injured by my first wife because of pervert scientists that have virtual presence in my house, and I never had an intimate moment with homie my whole life. Never, not once, no. Still haven't. When Peggy stayed here, a guy from Homeland Security called and asked if she was okay. And I'm like, boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo, boop-a-doop-a-doo. There's a hoot owl outside my window now for 6 nights in a row, right? They're pathetic. They are. And then they thought oh, we made him look so stupid. I was innocent and naive and hopeful that other people would accept me as the Messiah because my life story is in the book of Revelation. And we had all lived the truth of it because I was the proof of it. How is that he's so gullible and naive and easily manipulated by a bunch of mean, evil perverts? See why I'm still trying to save all the people in the military from being volunteered to walk off a cliff? And you can't trust them. Really? You're going to trust Donald Trump to... I gave him... He's bucking the preacher. I gave him my word. No, he's more Harry Belafonte with the gun and the Bible. Okay, having sex with other people's wives and then having to leave town and preach somewhere else, But he's not as good looking as Harry Belafonte, and he doesn't have Harry Belafonte's personality, and he can't sing like Harry Belafonte, right? Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Oh, way you rolling river. And if you like Harry Belafonte, all the scientists put shit in your food when they send you to the soup kitchen with all the people that are not good enough to be a part of our school and end up dancing half naked for professional football owners. And so, and you're like, fuck, what a bunch of assholes. Yeah, I know. Football's life. That's not true. Truth is life. And football is only good when we're living truthfully. So Lord's Prayer, nothing at all. I like El Giro too. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'll make faces when I sing if I want to. And like Joe Cocker, yes. Remember Ann and Dion, they were going to sing Love Lifts or something. Who's going to be Joe? I'm going to be you. Ann goes, I'm going to be Diane, you be Joe. And then Dion goes, do I have to make faces like that when I sing? It was funny. It was funny. Oh, come on. It's like a roast for Kevin Hart or Tom Brady or something. It was funny. Yeah, Joe Cocker. And Joe, when he's saying he would get really, he gets real, Last night I had the strangest feeling all right. I feel that good myself. You are so beautiful. He's real animated when he sings. He has a very strong voice. Excuse me if I sing, my heart has found its wings. And he does that searching high and low. When Al Jarreau sings, his face gets very animated. Okay. And so lots of people will get very animated just in a different way. And so, it's just the way that their body expresses when they're expressing. You know what I'm saying? So lots of people will close their eyes during a lot of notes. Lots of people will sit there and look, not focus on the crowd and look off in the distance, And so everybody has a different way in which they express when they're focusing on what they're doing, and they got to make sure it sounds just right. So you go, well, I'm buying that record. That Patsy Cline is amazing. Okay. Jim Reeves is wonderful, right? I'm buying that record, Tommy Edwards, right? You don't have to. We're living the Lord's Prayer. So just sing a song. Don't worry if it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing us. La, 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 la. That was the name of my first fiance. Yeah, la. Yeah. Used to make me, la, la. I used to sing la, 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 ladies, I love you to myself. I never sang it to her or in front of her. I don't sound like William Pooh Hart. No. But I do sound a lot like Johnny Hartman, which would have drove her mom absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh, girl, his bedroom voice is amazing. Okay. Yeah, I've been told that a lot. I've got offered jobs, sex, children. Okay, yeah. When I tell somebody in my bedroom voice, yes, yeah. I've got a lot, especially when I worked at the airlines, and black women go crazy over my ass. And the white women were so sweet. Oh, the travel agents, if they think you're a big hot black guy, they are so sweet to you. It's like, oh my God, you are the sweetest girl, honey. Gosh dang, you made my day. I could just talk and snuggle with you all day and play chess and be the Thomas Crown Affair all day with you. Yes, I could, and they'd be, oh, he's so sweet. Oh, does your husband know that you talk to big black men this way? Carl, this ain't the Emmett Till store. No, no, man. That's why I hate it. They're so mean. I was like, no, I've had like 6, I can count on one hand how many phone calls I wanted to jump in there and beat the shit or kill somebody. The rest of the time it was like, yes, sir, I don't want to upset you in any way, shape, or form. Or, oh my gosh, hon, I would do anything to have sex with you. Thank you. I like Johnny Hartman's voice too, right? So yeah, I did not hate Southwest Airlines at all as far as these people are jerks. Everybody was my friend. Everybody loved me. Everybody wanted to be my friends. Nobody wanted to upset me. I was over 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, pure chocolate, and looked like Dr. Dre. Okay? No one fucked with me. When they did, it's like, what the hell's wrong with you? You do know I can fly for free. I have all your pertinent information, your address and your mailing information, and then I could wait with the debilitating date rape drugs and then slowly monologue over you while I cut you up with surgical equipment. I was going to do an Alex Cross screenplay about that one. Chief liked that one too. It's like, wow, Earl, you're a damn genius, right? How do they catch you? By going through all the itineraries of the people that travel a lot, that get killed, and seeing reoccurrent agent signs on their travel itineraries. And it turns out to be 2 of them, 2 brothers that were raised in foster care together. Yeah, so it gets a little complicated. But you just sitting there, Earl, hey, I just sit there and think to myself, why is this guy being such a jerk to this guy who could be really scary and creepy? Yeah. You may not want to piss him off. He might be able to travel free and show up in your house and know your agenda and your schedule perfectly and wait there and make you pay for it because he was abused when he was a child, right? You don't want to do this. You got to think like the guy who's watching the Arkansas Trooper try to debate whether or not he's going to take the police guy in to lose his career because he's got to pay his bills and he understands it. That's exactly what the kid is thinking. And he's thinking, well, let's take the test and see. Let's do this. Let's do everything we can to try to help you maybe salvage your career or something like that. I don't want you to, this sucks, God dang, You got drunk. Why didn't you get drunk at home? Or why didn't you walk home? Or what the fuck were you thinking? That's what he's thinking. It's real hard, but he's like, you got both feet in the water and you're waddling home, you drunk dunk. You're Uncle Waldo now from fucking Aristocats. There ain't much we can do about it, right? So it's like, it's hard. It is hard. When people make life-altering decisions and we're not living the Lord's Prayer and forgiveness isn't paramount and people saying you went and drank yak piss because she won't have sex with you anymore, or people are trying to repossess your Frigidaire and your Chevy because people are assholes and you think you love her but she spends too much. Yeah, I get it. I saw Richard Gere and Ethan Hawke in Brooklyn's Finest and shit like that. I understand how it works. I'm not stupid. And plus, I've been married twice in Los Estados Unidos, being denied prayer at Lord's Prayer the whole time, being studied by scientists that all think they're more intelligent than me, and I have to try to help them be as intelligent as me, and apparently they cannot self-correct, or they would, and we'd be using this YouTube to spread the gospels worldwide. It's the key way, right? So, bum, 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 bum. Everybody wants to be a cat, but they're all Uncle Waldo, right? Abraham DeLacy, Giuseppe Casey, Thomas O'Malley the alley cat. I have global technology. I've got that wanderlust. I just can't stay in the same room for long. I get bored and I got to fuck somebody else in the head. Yeah, I know, right, said Fred. You're too sexy for your shirt, huh? Well, we'll fix this. I'm hopelessly devoted to eternal, faithful love through people that have faith and truth. So, you know me. I'm an all-day sucker, so predictable. He's going to do the right thing no matter what. Well, life's eternal and grace is infinite, and I love Snugbug, and I love Plim, and I love Ray, and I love Chuji and Crumb and Pat, and I know they all come from different biological parents, but God is the grace of every life in the face, so don't be a dumbass and get caught trying to fuck me with your science and your money and your technology, because I'm going to quantum your computing, and you can't just see because you're artificial general intelligence and not actual intelligence of faithful love like me. Hallelujah, brother. Hey, I love Earl. Me too. Okay, he loves us. I know. He's so nice. He's the Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. I love him. He's the whole reason why I have made up with Jesus, because Jesus from the comic book store sucks, but Ralph Earl Parsons Jr., I love him. He cares. He understands us. He knows what we're going through. He knows, and if we're doing something to hurt ourselves or hurt others, he tells us to stop because he loves us so much, and it's not necessary. So I can be homosexual, but as long as I don't hurt my lover, I love my lover, and we are the most beautiful homosexual couple in the history of loving homosexuals. I love Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Do not sodomize. Thank you. This has been a public service announcement from all the homosexuals in Juarez, Mexico. I love him. I love you guys too. Thank you for that public service announcement. I love you very much. I know I piss off all the macho people in the military when I do that, but I don't care. They need fixing, and I'm working on it. Well, I'm the perfect commander of the defenders to stop all the beer snakes. Hey, what can I say? Hey, walk home and don't drive. There you go. I'm an Arkansas State Trooper, and I support this message. Okay. Hey, you want your tea sweetened or unsweetened? Okay, this time the Earl is going to stay for more than just a day. Every time I think of Arkansas, I think of Conway Twitty and B.J. Thomas. And B.J. Thomas is one of my favorite singers, and everybody knows that. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Yeah, everybody, you can't help but like B.J. BJ, well, we like BJs, but if you're not healthy, don't make her do it. Right, or him do it. Okay, you have to be healthy. It has to benefit each other's immune system. Everybody understands that. Right. Not too much, but just enough. And you have to be healthy, which means the healthier we are, the better the BJs. And all the homosexuals in Juarez are like, hallelujah, brother, here, right. And it gets even harder for the women because of the plumbing, like Amy Farrell Fowler describes to... That's what fingers are for, girls? Yeah. Oh, okay. You don't need to buy a prophylactic and put death and decay inside your woman's vagina to pretend you're a man. You don't need long fingernails, and you need to keep your fingernails very clean. If you need to bite them, bite them. But wash them and then do your work. Hop sing to it, girls. Okay. Love you too. Rubbing clitorises is also very fun if you're a girl. I'm not a girl, but I'm sure if I was a girl, I would enjoy that. Okay, thank you. You have a nice life. I'm a pragmatic father who loves people who love each other. And if you don't like that, then go read your Mormon comic books and declare me the worst pervert in the history of the Messiahs, and then invade my house, watch me be abused by sexual deviants you call scientists and say that their science projects is going to save the world from people like me. Hello! Thank you. I love you too, all the homosexual people of the Rio Grande Valley. Thank you. You're the best. All the ones that want to live the Lord's Prayer. All that don't want to live the Lord's Prayer and want to screw everybody and have them die from HIV before you die with them. I'll hop sing to it, but make it fast. So I'd just jump off a building or put a, wow, that's what I would do if I was you. Like my mom said to Steffi when she was being selfish. Let's get it over with quick so you're no longer suffering and other people don't have to suffer your suffering. Okay, love you very much. Peace out.